Hi, good morning. Today is the Remembrance Day, as we all know, and there was a 2 minute silence to remember all these young people who died during World War One and all these conflicts. And I was estimating millions of people died. So today is Remembrance Day. But there are some other factors and some elements we need to know about why people are refusing to celebrate. So some factions and these highly misunderstood in other parts of the world, in Commonwealth especially. The 2.3 million Indian and African soldiers died during this conflict. Let's understand that what's the controversies associated with Remembrance Day. Let's see, have a look to this picture. These are all the royals during the World War One. Basically, they were all blood related to the Queen Victoria, Tsar Nicholas, Kaiser Wilhelm, and basically King George had a cousin in Russia. I mean, that's very interesting, isn't it? They're all blood related in Greece as well. They were all blood related to the Queen Victoria, and they were basically their children. And so, why did they fought each other, and why did they fight? They were all white as well. I mean, blue blood. Let's see another picture where you make of the. That's Queen Victoria behind. There's some royals, and they were when they were young, and they were ruling different parts of the Europe actually. These are the soldiers of the poppy field. Basically, the blood was soaked with and there was nothing else growing apart from the poppies. So these are the Indian soldiers and colonial soldier, Commonwealth soldier, Africans as well. Like I said, 2.3 million. It's a quite estimated figure, but it's quite exaggerated figure as well. There were a lot of people, support troops, crack troops, and they were moved from their habitat, natural habitat like Africa, flora and so on, from Africa, which is warm country. India is a warm country as well. And they were marching to these poppy field like in cold winter, and most of them died without starvation, basically without German bullets or anything, basically because of the cold. I mean, plus 40 degrees from minus 40 degrees basically will kill you. Hypothermia will kill you. There's a famous painting of African soldier marching, and they were forced march towards the and these poppy field to fight for the imperial forces or colonial forces. There's some more Indian African soldier. I mean, the conditions. This is a real picture, and look at the state and the uniform, the condition. It doesn't look very pretty, to be honest, and there was no motivation on the face, and there is grief on the face as well. Let's come back to this subject. So, why so controversial, right? And not many people are interested in motive. They say this glorification of military response, of military actions, right? Basically, you're glorifying grief as well. So these are the two reasons they do not there's some counter arguments made that grief and militarization or using military force for political reason. But then again, look at the conflict, and basically the imperialism and imperial forces, they were not keeping their subject in a very good shape. I mean, there was starvation in Bengal and Africa. There were a lot of resources being stolen from these countries during these wars. Like I explained before, they were all Queen Victoria children. So why they were fighting each other? Fighting over land, right? Resources and land and colonialism, basically. The term used, imperialism or colonialism. What Belgium did in Congo, I mean, they're chopping their hands and everything. Millions of people died. So should we celebrate Memorial Day or Remembrance Day? There's some people, they say they press counter arguments. So I don't know really, should we celebrate or should we not celebrate? So every time young men go to war, they basically go for the politicians actually, because the politicians' ego is not matching up. Or let's say for Russia now, what's going on in Russia and Ukraine? They're all mincemeat, isn't it? They're just feeding young people, and there's population correction as well. And the ego of the politician, and these are all young aristocrat politician, Oxford or Harvard education. So if they call for you like, are you ready for war against Russia or anything else? I don't buy into it. Why should I waste my life as a young man going to protect what? Basically, even during World War One, what was it basically? I mean, they were all their own Queen Victoria children. They were all white people, and what was the ideology? World War II, yes, Hitler was badass. Not socialism versus, or basically fascism and communism. There was a cause, but I don't think there was a cause in World War One apart from resources and land and colonialism, basically. And they don't teach the children in the school that how many people died. This history, this part of the chapter is just closed. So if you go back to India and all that, you ask these people, India, Pakistan, are you celebrating Remembrance Day or Commonwealth? They don't have a fucking clue. Well, millions of your ancestors died protecting the Queen or King of Russia or Zara or England or whatever, the Kaiser of Wilhelm or German. But they don't have a clue, so I think it's a bit unfair. 2.3 million people died, and we don't have a clue in India, Pakistan. I mean, they were our ancestors. They fought for the Queen. They fought for the Queen of England, right? Even in World War II. So I'll let you decide where you stand this Memorial Day today. But sorry to say that, I mean, it's a bit controversial subject, but this should be debated, and discussed on media and different platform. Well, thank you. Have a nice Memorial Day, and do not forget to contribute in those charities and Poppy Field and for people who died there. Thank you. Bye.